Webull Tutorial, a beginner's guide. In this tutorial, we'll demonstrate the many features of the Webull trading application. Buying and selling stocks, transferring funds, transferring stocks, and exploring the many features will be demonstrated in this video using the Webull app. Shaungacademy, nurture your investment and educational appetite. Welcome to this tutorial, and for those of you looking to sign up for Webull, you can use the link in the description below. So let's get started with this tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll go through all the Webull options for beginners. We'll start with the watch list, then the market, then the trading screen, and the community, then the menu. We'll go through from left to right in that order. But first, let's try to change the screen appearance and show you how you have that option. Some people might like the dark screen option, some people might like the bright screen option. Currently my screen is dark. Let's go through how we'll change it to a bright option. So under the menu screen that we're currently on, we'll select settings, and then we see the theme. We select theme. See, my theme is dark. Select theme. Then we can change the theme to whatever you want. You can keep it dark or you can change it to bright. I personally prefer it bright, so I'll change it to the bright setting. Then we'll hit back. See, come back to the home screen, the background is white. So that's how you will change it. But we'll go through that again and some other options in the menu that you can use to customize the application. So let's start with the watch list. The watch list is where you can place stocks that you don't currently own that you want to monitor in case you want to buy it in the future. And in Webull, you can add as many stocks as you want to your watch list. So let's start by adding stocks to the watch list. So we'll hit the add symbol. When you come in, if it's blank, we'll hit the add symbol. There's another way to do it. You can also hit the search bar at the top. So let's hit add symbol and we can look. Hit the search bar and we can type in, for example, we want to look for Microsoft. We type Microsoft. And we select it. Then we can hit the star at the top of the screen and it will be placed in your watch list. So you hit back, cancel. So you see Microsoft is in the watch list. And another way to do it is you can hit the search bar at the top and we can look, for example, if you want to add DraftKings, we hit the search bar. DraftKings, then we see DraftKings, then we hit the plus to the right of the screen next to DraftKings, the plus sign. It says exits my watch list, so that's added DraftKings to your watch list. And if you want to add another stock and you don't want to keep going back and forth between screens, you could just hit the X and delete DraftKings and continue looking for more stocks. For example, if you want to look at Tesla, on the Nasdaq, we'll hit the plus sign. We add it to our watch list. Then we hit the X if you want to add another stock. So you want to add Aurora, ABC. We know the ticker. ACB actually. And we hit the plus sign. Then we can cancel and we go to our watch list. We see all the stocks we selected are there. So that's another way to add stocks to your watch list. Now let's go over to the markets. This basically shows you how the market indices are performing. So in the United States, you have the Dow Jones, S&P, the Nasdaq, and they just show you their performance. Just a brief overview of the markets. Then you have the global markets. You could scroll through the map and you could select anyone you want to see the performance of FTSE 100, and you just give you a brief overview. So that's how you look at it. So you'll hit back, and if you want to add a market you want to see that's not here, you select the menu at the top right. For example, if you want to see China, you'll select China. You want to add Canada, you select Canada. Then you hit check mark, and then they'll be added to the menu, United States, Global, China, Canada. It'll just give you an overview of the market. And if you want to remove them, you go back to the menu, and then you'll hit the blue circle with the minus sign, and you remove them, and you hit the check mark. So that's it for markets. Now let's look at the most important screen, the trading screen. For the trading screen, we have 4 options. We have quick trade, we have performance, we have transfer, and we have more. So the most important one here is the quick trade. This is where we go to buy and sell stocks. So let's try to buy and sell stock. First, let's try to buy a stock. So we'll hit quick trade. And if you want to buy from our watch list, we could select anyone from our watch list. When you hit quick trade, it will give you a listing of stocks that's on your watch list. If you want to buy one from your watch list, you could select it here, or you can type in a new one. For example, we want to buy Apple. It's not on our watch list. We'll hit the search bar and we'll type in Apple. Apple on the NASDAQ, we'll select it. And this is the order type. You see the order type: limit, market, stop, OTU. So the most famous order type is market, but in Webull is defaulted to limit. So you will have to change it unless you're an intermediate level user and you understand what the order types are. But if you don't understand what the order types are, then you can look at the video in the description below that explain order types. So we'll have to change this to market order. And later on in this video, I'll show you how you can change the default to market order, especially for beginners. So we select market, and then we'll select the quantity. We'll type the quantity in here, say 10, hit OK. Then the bottom of the screen, we hit buy. Then it'll give us a confirmation screen. But since this is just for demonstration purposes, I won't follow through with the confirmation. But this is how you would buy a stock. So now I'll just cancel. I'll hit the X at the top of this confirmation screen and go back, then hit the back button. So that's how you'll buy a stock. And for example, say you have a stock. Scroll to the stock. At the trade screen, all the stocks will be listed. Right here now I have Carnival. So if I want to sell Carnival, let's do a sell example. We select Carnival, and we see it here at the bottom of the screen. Hit buy and sell. You can buy more or you can sell. So let's try to do a sell example. We select sell. Once again, the order type comes up in limit. So you'll have to select market order, the basic order. So we select market order and we'll enter the quantity. So you want to sell all 10 of it, we enter 10 and we hit OK. Then at the bottom of the screen, we hit sell. Then the confirmation screen comes up. But since this is for demonstration purposes only, I won't continue with the confirmation. But notice when we sell, the confirmation button is in red and the sell button is in red. When we were buying, it's in green. So that's how Webull distinguish between buying and selling. When you're buying, the buttons are displayed in green. When you're selling, it's displayed in red. So we'll cancel this out by hitting the X at the top of the confirmation screen and go back. But that's an example of how you would sell in Webull. You go back to the trading screen. The next option is performance. This gives you a brief overview of your portfolio and how it's performing, and you can select what time period you want to view. 3 months, 6 months, year to date, 1 year. You can set a custom date. You can select what date you want to view. So that's basically it for the performance tab. So we hit the back button and go back. Now transfer. This is where we would go to transfer funds in and out of Webull or transfer stocks into Webull. So let's walk through an example. We select the transfer tab. So we have options here: deposit, withdrawal, transfer stocks into Webull, transfer stocks out of Webull, transfer history. So let's try to deposit money into Webull. We hit the deposit. We hit the bar next to the dollar sign and you could type in how much we want to deposit, 200, and we hit done. And we hit transfer to Webull. Then you get a confirmation screen. But since this is for demonstration purposes, I won't follow through, so I'll go back, hit the X, and you cancel. So that's how I hit the back button and go back to the previous screen. That's how you would deposit money into Webull. If you want to withdraw money from Webull into your account, then you'll hit withdraw. Currently, I don't have any available to withdraw. So it says 0, cash available to withdraw 0. But this is where you will go and you'll type in the amount and hit the withdraw button. So let me go back. And if you want to transfer stocks into Webull, you say transfer stocks into Webull. And you follow the procedure. You see your platform in the list. For example, you have Robinhood or eTrade or Fidelity. If you don't see it here, you can hit the search bar and you type it in. But for example, you have Robinhood, you could hit Robinhood and then you'll select terms and condition, then you'll hit continue. And you'll need your account in Robinhood to move on, to actually make the transfer. Then you can select full transfer or partial transfer if you want all of your stocks or some of your stocks. This is where you'll come to do that. And if you want to transfer stocks out of Webull, you'll have to go to where you have the stocks. See, we select transfer stocks out of Webull. If you go down, number 2 tells you to transfer stocks out of Webull, you'll need to initiate on the receiving broker's platform. So you'll have to go to where you have the stocks, initiate the transfer there. And here we have the transfer history. If you want to see a history of all the transfer you've done in the past, you select transfer history. This is all the cash. If you want the details of any one of them, you can select. If you want the history of stocks you have transferred, you select transfer stocks. Currently I have no record, but this is where the record will show if you transfer stocks in and out of Webull. So we go back. So that's it for transfers. Now let's look at the more menu option. We look at 3 options here. We look at the orders, trading password, and we'll look at tax document down to the bottom. So first, let's look at orders. If you want a history of everything you've ordered in Webull, you'll hit order. It'll show you a history of all your orders, buying and selling. And this is where you can select any one of it to see the details. This is where you will view your history of your trades. And you hit the back button to go back. Now, in terms of trading password, you select trading password. You want to set a password for every trade. Or if your screen times out after a certain period of time, you want to set a password. Then you can select the period of time for which your screen is idle that requires a password. Then you'll hit change password. And you'll follow the instructions and change your password. So you're required to enter your PIN every time you want to trade after whatever period of time you select. The screen is idle. Let's go back. Now for a tax document. At the end of every year, Webull will post your tax document that you will need to file your taxes, and this is where you can get that document. You go down to the bottom on the document, say tax document, and you select it, and it's here. You click on it, you'll show you the details. So you see for 2020, I had no documents. I didn't trade in Webull actually in 2020. And in 2019, they have my documents. So if you click on it, it will open up. So that's how you'll get your tax document. Let's go back. So we finished with the trading screen. Now let's look at the community tab. This is basically the social media for Webull. You have streams, you have competition. They have a trading competition where they give you 1 million fake dollars so you can trade and practice your skills, and you can enter the competition if you want. Just hit the blue button to sign up. And you have top news, 24 hours watch list. Any stock you have on your watch list, news about that stock is going to show up here. And you can post anything. You can look at people's posts and you can reply to it. If you want to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or if you want to make a comment, or if you want to repost, you click this here to make a comment on someone's post. Or if you want to repost someone's post, you'll click the repost button. So for example, if you want to do a post of your own, pencil at the top, you click on it and you'll type in your post. So I'll type testing and I'll hit post. See my post at the top, testing. Operates just like any social media platform. And this is how you can go to a different category and post write a post if you want to respond to someone's post. Top news, 24 hours. So that's basically it for community. Now to the menu option. Under the menu option, we'll look at settings and we'll look at my free stock. First, the my free stock option, where you can look at the free stocks you get after you sign up for Webull. So we'll click my free stock. See, this was my free stock when I signed up, Snap. Now you can get 2 free stocks if you sign up with Webull. You could get one for signing up, and after you deposit $100, you get another free stock. And if you want to sign up, there's a link in the description of the video below where you can sign up for Webull if you don't have it already, and you'll get your 2 free stocks. Now on the settings, just choose setting tab, explore the settings. This is account and security. This is where you go to change your password. If you want to set up a pattern lock, you can select pattern lock. Then you can turn it on and set your pattern. So go back. If you want to set up fingerprint, or if you want to change your password or delete your account, this is where you will come to. It's pretty straightforward. Just follow the procedure. Then we have general. This is where you can change the languages and the font size and set your home page. For example, English is set to my language. If we want to just select language, then if you want to change it, you see multi-language, multilingual program, and you click here and you click the language and you select whichever language you prefer. You go back. Now the font size. If the screen is difficult to use and you want to change the font size, you can go here and you see the scale. You could go, this is the smallest level, then you could hit along the line and select your font size. I like the largest size font, so it's easier to read. So depends on your preference. You can choose what font size you want. So we go back, hit the back button. Now we have select your home page. Remember when we first came into Webull, the home page was a watch list. So you can select here. If you want the home page to be a trade page, you can select trade. Once again, let me go back. You select your home page. And then the default for Webull is watch list. But if you want to change it to your trading page, you can change it here. But I'll leave it as the default watch list. And go back. Now let's go back to the order type. Remember, for Webull, if you wanted to order something and you click buy or sell, you always default to the limit order and you have to change it to the market order. We can change that so it defaults to the market order. When you get to the buy and selling screen, as we showed earlier, you can, at the top right is a settings. Click the settings button. Then we have default order type. You have limit order. You can change that to market order. Then we hit back. So every time you go to make a trade, it will be on market order. So let's go back. So you want to buy again. You hit buy. Now it's defaulted to market order. And if you want to understand more about market order and limit order and stop order, there's also a link in the description of this video that explains order types, along with a few other related videos that you might find helpful. So you can check those out in the description of this video below. So if this video was helpful to you, please click the thumbs up button below. And for more educational content and tutorials like this, be sure to subscribe. You could also click the bell to get notified when new contents are posted.